Hey, what's going on, Matt?
Hey, Matisse, how you doing today?
Good, good.
Yeah, what you know about existentialism?
I've seen a thing or two. A guy
Yeah?
named David Horcott taught me. He knew his stuff.
Horcott?
Yeah.
Hardly heard of him. What do you know about essence? Would an existentialist believe that existence precedes essence?
Well, yeah, that is the typical belief inside existentialism. Some would even call it the mantra of existentialism, that existence precedes essence. The idea of essence, however, is much older. Plato and Aristotle believed in essence. They believed that essence is a certain set of core properties that are necessary or essential for a thing to be what it is. Like a knife. A knife could have a wooden handle or a metal handle, but a knife is still a knife, right?
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. So if it doesn't matter the kind of handle it's got, as long as it's got the blade, it's still a knife.
But yeah, things need to have essential properties to be what they are supposed to be.
Oh, so they generally believe that humans, they should figure out what their essence is in life, and they should adhere to that essence.
Yeah, basically. And existentialism totally flip-flops that ideology.
That's a massive shift from essence before existence precedes essence to essence precedes existence.
Yeah, the change did not come quickly or easily.
What do you mean by that?
Well, existentialism was the main belief. No, essentialism was the main belief before existentialism. Kierkegaard and Nietzsche set the foundation for philosophers like Sartre to create and specify existentialism. But on top of that, World War II was a heavy influencer on the birth of existentialism.
How did a war contribute to the creation of an ideology?
That's a good question. In a way, the horrors that were experienced in the war led people to lose faith in the idea of a higher order.
Dang, so everything just seemed so meaningless during and after the war.
Right, but Sartre faced meaningless head-on and explored one of the most agonizing aspects of existentialism, which he would consider radical freedom.
So basically what you were saying is that humans are condemned to be free. We have just a shocking amount of freedom here in our world.
Yeah, that's what Sartre would say. If we are this free, we have no guidelines or limitations to our actions. Each of us is forced to design our own moral code. We have to invent a morality to live by. Yes, it seems absurd, doesn't it?
Absurd? What do you mean by that?
I mean that we search for answers in an answerless world. We should accept the fact that we are free in light of the absurd. Any meaning my life has is given to me by myself.
So whatever I do in my life or want in my life is meaningful. The meaning of life is to give my life meaning.
Exactly.
Man, we've been talking so long about existentialism. The sun went down, man.
There is so much to talk about in existentialism.
So, we are radically free. That sounds like a good thing to me.
Well, yes and no. Sartre says that we are, in fact, condemned to be free, a fate that he found to be terrible. You might think that there is some authority you could look to for answers, but all of the authorities you can think of are fake.
So those authorities are really just people like you, people like me, people who don't have any answers. These are people who just have to figure out for themselves how to live their life.
Well, yeah, that is exactly what an existentialist would say. What do you mean, people like me? I've got answers, but they were decided by myself.
Wow, so I just have to make my own meaning. What's my purpose here?
Yeah, and your purpose, that is up to you to decide. Sartre would say the only thing to do is to live authentically.
Well, what is a bad faith?
Bad faith is when we refuse to accept the absurd. Like if you were to live your entire life believing in some authority.
Ah, I see. Thanks, Matisse. This is some seriously radical stuff we're talking about here, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
I enjoyed the conversation. Till next time, Horcott.